me I'm wrong. I felt bad.
Did I come?
Because whenever I'm speaking with him, she's always around.
Yes.
This can lie. He was showed on the TV. Everybody saw it. Where I'm standing. She was always around.
A lot went down last night at the BBNaija season 9 reunion. So many things are going on. We had the Onyeka versus Victoria situation, and then the Sean versus Casia situation, and also Ben's situation also with his friend TJ, although TJ wasn't present at the reunion. So we're going to dissect each and every one. So let's just start with the main one first. Onyeka versus Victoria. Yes, remember my last video I posted about Victoria and Onyeka. So now this is the continuation of how their basketballs went. So yes, yesterday Victoria dragged Onyeka. I mean, she made sure like she schooled Onyeka in a very classy way. She was not ras about it. Like maybe to the shout up and down like that. So yeah, so they're talking about the triangle situation, the OZ situation, which in which Onyeka has been making it a big deal, and that's the reason why Onyeka has a big problem with what Victoria. So Victoria had a lot of things to say, and I love for a fact that she was really classy and demure and maintaining steez, yes, while schooling Onyeka. Yes, so Onyeka thinks by cho. So now Victoria made one point about Onyeka. She said something, and it stuck to my head. She said, Onyeka is that kind of person. She'll come, pretend to be friends with you, she'll come close to you, get information about you, and use that information against you. And yes, if I when Victoria said that, I say, good, someone has been saying what I've been saying. That's what she did to Wani. She got information from Wani, used that information against Wani, and now they had a problem because of that. So yeah, because I always like to state and write down my points so I don't forget anything, because I want to dissect each and every one of it one after the other. So now Victoria, they're talking about the triangle situation, and then Onyeka was saying that it was Victoria that inserted herself in the triangle. So my question is, who created the whole triangle thing? Now, I'm not trying to take sides with Victoria, but it is Onyeka that created it in her head, because fine, you were close to Ozzy. It's not like Ozzy was even dating you. Both of you were friends. And then Victoria came into the picture. Ozzy started getting close to her. In her head, I don't think she was even taking it as something very serious, but Onyeka made it about herself and was taking the whole thing seriously and all of that. So even I mean, Victoria said, I don't go back out. Me too, I go day inside. It's not like Victoria was even interested in a relationship with Ozzy. For her, it was just part of the game. Like, okay, I have somebody like I'm close in the house, we are friends and all of that. And then Onyeka was making it a big deal. So when she said it was Victoria's game plan, Onyeka asked Ebuka asked her that when did she know that it was, how did she know it was Victoria's game plan? And besides, was it in the house or outside the house? She first said outside the house. Ebuka asked her, what about in the house? Like, how did she know it was a game plan? She was saying that she just went on and on, like there was that night, that something happened. Onyeka. And then Victoria made another point. She said whenever she's with Ozzy, that Onyeka is always hovering around. And it is true. Look at the picture evidence. Onyeka, they always find way to dey close. See, Onyeka's fans are the ones making her feel like Onyeka will create something in her head and believe that, yes, the whole world revolves around her. And that is what her fans too are making her believe. And that is why she's rolling the way she's rolling. Okay, now let's talk about the situation with Nelly. Yes, Nelly versus Casia situation. So now, Nelly versus Casia situation. My point, I don't understand. Nelly calls herself a queen, but Nelly acted very ras. Yes, because the true queen, in fact, let me just say, is even Anita. Because Anita was sitting pretty, but you see that Nelly. In fact, I mentioned in my previous video that Nelly is two-faced. Nelly is what is a pretender. As I was that she's even very boring. All of a sudden, Nelly get mouth to talk for the reunion. Yes, so I don't know what was her problem with Casia, because I remember back then in the house, there was time that Casia had a problem with Nelly with Onyeka. Nelly was the one laughing and hailing Casia, and then she even went for that. She even met Casia and she was discussing Onyeka behind Onyeka's back, that Onyeka is somebody that will cause problem, have a problem with you. Then she'll come back to apologize to you and then go back to gossip you again. That was what Nelly was saying to Casia. So I don't know at what point they had issues. You claim that you're a friend, you loved Kelly Ray. Yes, you're friends with Kelly Ray. You can't beef the wife. Like, what did she do? If you go take sides of a friend, you're taking sides of a friend. Both of them were ganging up against Casia, which I didn't. I mean, it didn't even make sense. So that queen of Awada land, where Casia called her, it really fit her very well. And then Chizoba, I don't know what's Chizoba's problem. Now, Chizoba wasn't supposed to even start herself in the first place. I put that on my Facebook page, and then some people were like saying that if Handy could take sides with Wani, why would Chizoba's case be different? Now, the Handy's case is different. And Handy never involved herself in the Onyeka and Wani's basbo. She never involved herself. So she only had to speak up when she handed to, and not like she was attacking Onyeka. And then someone said Casia was supporting her husband. Yes, it was okay for Casia to do that. Why? Because Casia already had a problem with Onyeka. So they were already dragging themselves. So, and when Kelly was also involved, she had to drag Onyeka at that point. But Chizoba never had a problem with Casia. So I don't see any reason why she had to involve herself. Anyway, she should not get highlights. So if Nne and Chinese gets highlights, so at least they just give her that few seconds of highlights. Then they give her that few seconds of highlight, and then she was done. So, but I saw that what she did was wrong. And then let's talk about the Sean situation also. Sean still maintaining his ground that Kelly Ray didn't deserve to win the show. In fact, in his words, he said that in fact it was Wani and Onyeka that deserved to win it, and because they were more entertaining. He even said that yes, Casia in fact was even more deserving because at one point at least she entertained us, but he still stood his ground. And one thing I like about Sean is that Sean, if he says something, he stands by it. He's not a coward. Like, he stands by it. He does not chicken out. You get, and then Casia was drilling him, telling him that so if he thinks that he think he's the one that is a deserving winner, him that was just kissing in the house. Yeah, so but I mentioned that in my previous video also. Yeah. And then let's talk about the Ben situation now with TJ. See, it may seem as though the BBNaija, this last season of BBNaija tested a lot of relationships and friendships and family and whatever, and a lot of them failed because I don't know. It may seem as though that like they in fact their whole friendship and relationship scattered. The BBNaija scattered the whole thing because now we saw that this girl DJ Flo and Ruthie, their 10 years friendship scattered like that. Chine and Nne, I mean sisters, auntie, niece, everything just went south. And then Ben and TJ. I mean, Ben said since leaving the BBNaija house, him and TJ have not spoken, like they didn't speak. And then Ben made some points. He said some things. He said when they got into the house and when TJ's wife gave birth to the twins, the next thing TJ said that Ben has to, one of the Badue twins, or the Badue twins will be the children's godfather. Like, you come inside house with me, I'm your friend. You didn't even discuss that with me. I mean, you all of a sudden you don't get new people, your own people where you just meet just less than 5 weeks or less than 6 weeks in the house. And then again, the funny thing is that he didn't even discuss with his wife. So Ben was saying, at the point he was saying that you didn't even discuss with the mother of the children to be sure if she's okay. I mean, for people that you just met in less than how many weeks in the house, and then you're beginning to tag them as best friend. Okay, fine. You said that a godfather, but he never see. I mean, godfathers, at least they are doing their godfatherism well. I mean, being good for godfathers. If we don't spend like 1,000 pounds so many times. So it's like they are not. We don't even know that are still godfathers. See, Ben is very, very funny. Like, but I love for a fact he's pained. Yes, you're my friend, and then you didn't consider me as a friend. So he said that whole thing just made them like. He stopped talking to him, like they are no longer talking. But there's a point in time that TJ reached out to him, but. I mean, that friendship no fit continue. This BBNaija season 9, it really do a lot of these ex-housemates played a number on them, like most of them, like different friendships and everything just scattering like that. So now, somebody made a tweet on the X app about the Onyeka versus Victoria situation after the whole show. So this is what the person said. Okay, no, before I get to the tweet, let's talk about Kelly Ray and Onyeka's situation. So Onyeka kept on hammering on, and they said she didn't have a bath for 2 weeks and all of that. Kelly Ray said, I did not mention name. Abi, you know the bath. Anyway, to conclude everything, one Onyeka was still hammering on it. Okay, Kelly Ray said, okay, Onyeka, I tell you to your face, I did tell you now, you know bath for 2 weeks. Is that not what Onyeka wanted to hear? They said they didn't mention your name, but you kept on saying that it was you. Okay, fine, he not talk and say you know the bath for 2 weeks. What if you do? But truly, there are receipts now. It might not be up to 2 weeks. Onyeka know the truth. She know that I like bath. There's a point that Nelly was even telling her to go and bath. So yeah, let me read this tweet by somebody on the X app. This is what the person said. He said, "I love Onyeka, but on this, Victoria is right. A game plan is a game plan. Everyone is playing a game, and it shouldn't hurt if it doesn't align with how you see things. You can't get mad at someone for doing the same thing you're doing. Yes, you're playing a game and you vex another person they play game. Like, what do you? Like you the Lulu are waiting. Yeah, so and again, Victoria schooling Onyeka. See, last night's reunion was very interesting. Maybe about to the shout. I love violence, I love basketballs, but the way Victoria spoke is that she grabbed and caught all of our attention. Like she caught our attention, like we're listening to her. So she even spoke better than the lawyer that Onyeka claims she is. Yes, Victoria spoke in a classy way, clearly, and we all understood everything. And then, in fact, she finished work yesterday. She dragged Onyeka in a classy way, like she know if you talk yesterday. Last, everybody was playing a game. Onyeka was playing a game also, and even game was affecting a lot of people. Like she took it really personal, and even when Ebuka talked to her about it, she was not even remorseful. She said yes, when she came, she signed the contract. She didn't see where they were saying. In fact, the things were saying, I don't understand. I don't want to go into all of that stuff. So yes, so why is she hurt? Why is she upset that Victoria is also playing a game? She then came to come the house. They are all playing a game. So she even accepted that yes, it was a game and all of that. So I don't understand. And then there's one this I forgot to even mention how Casia, when she was having that basketball with Onyeka, how she said that Onyeka poi her friend, like poison her friend. And that was the point where Chizoba jumped in. Yes. So my question, like Onyeka truly poi her friend. I don't understand. Oh. So yes, so I think Chizoba was trying to stop Casia from saying all of that. So see, I enjoyed last night's reunion. It was very interesting to watch. The basketballs was there. Also Victoria made it even more interesting. I mean, and then Twitter people, like social media people, are very funny. Now this is the photo of Victoria for the afterwards. Now they're beginning to call Victoria Barrister Victoria. Yes, Victoria posted a photo yesterday, and Casia commented. I said Barrister V. Yes, and also Handy also commented. I said that's why you're called V Money for a reason. So yes, so this is it. Yeah, so that's about that, you guys. Thank you guys for always watching my videos. Please do well to like this video and do well to comment on this video, and then I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.